But wait, you say, what's this all got to do with coffee? Well, as it turns out, a coffee story did manifest out of my trip to Park City, Utah. So as I mentioned, I was staying with my friend, who was living there in a condo that she was renting with her husband and 3 kids. And she anticipated my visit, wanted to be a good host, and said, hey, we don't have much in the way of coffee. We've got some pre-ground stuff in a French press. And so she was concerned that her humble coffee offerings would not satisfy a coffee princess like myself. Those of you who have seen my coffee video about the simplest thing you can do to improve your coffee know that 95% of good coffee is just fresh beans that are freshly roasted and freshly ground. So I had my local coffee shop fresh grind some beans, brought the bag over to her, and so I used that in the morning with her French press. And I was perfectly satisfied with what I got out of it. Now, while I was there, she mentioned that she was interested in upping her coffee game, that maybe she was going to get like a blade grinder or something so she wouldn't have to rely on pre-ground stuff. I, of course, sternly warned her against getting a blade grinder, as anybody who's in the coffee snob business knows blade grinders are not great. I'll link to a video about that here. She also mentioned that the thing about getting a proper grinder that would sit on a counter is she was very limited coffee space. So I directed her to the R Coffee subreddit, where there was a list of a whole bunch of recommendations for grinders, but I was also trying to realistically appraise whether or not a working mother of 3 who is often so exhausted by the end of the day she would just come home and pass out with her children at 8:30 at night. Whether or not she was really going to read up about that, do the research, and make a purchase for herself. So I immediately went online and on Amazon found a Hario ceramic mini mill manual grinder. So I got back home and Amazon said it had been delivered on Monday, but I had heard nothing from my friend. So I waited a couple more days. Finally, I broke down and I was like, hey, did a package come? And she's like, oh yeah, it'd been sitting in the living room. This woman was so busy being a working mother of 3, she didn't even have time to indulge the curiosity of what is this strange mystery package that appeared at my door on a Monday. So it was like Thursday or Friday. She opened it up. She was, very happy to find this grinder. I'd explained to her about kind of the details why I ordered it for her. It doesn't take up coffee space. She can use her kids to kind of put their energy into grinding this thing open. And she was already very excited at the prospect of being able to take it camping with her. So, it's my little story. One of the things I admire about James Hoffmann is his ability to bridge the gap between coffee snobs and people who don't have the time to obsess about coffee, people who have other lives to spend their effort into. I thought this story would maybe give you some ideas, give you a general sense of kind of where you can go with that kind of a thing, to kind of meet your friends where they're at, while at the same time converting them to the one true religion of getting good coffee. So thanks for watching, and remember to stay coffee snobby.